No, it is time. Anyway, so this is gonna be my comeback video. I'm gonna name it No, actually, no. Comebacks. Pretty fucking hot, isn't it? Yeah. What happened to my channel? What happened to all the videos previous to this one? A lot of friends have assumed that I quit YouTube as a whole, but that's not the situation at all. This channel was in fact hacked, and every video was deleted. But it's even more complicated than it may seem, than just a simple hacker situation. But before we even get into that, let's hit that filthy fucking intro real quick. Alright, so I'm gonna try my absolute best to make this as short as possible while still making sure that this makes sense. So, let's start at the very beginning of the situation before things, kind of took a turn for the worst. So, one of my side accounts, my more or less art account, was hacked. I didn't think it was too crazy of a situation. It was the first time it had been hacked, so, I just figured it happens. It happens to everyone, so I simply went on my email, reversed the changes that were made to the account. But there was one key thing that shocked me, and that's the fact that I noticed on the new email input on the account before I reversed the changes, it was my ex's exact name, and at that moment I smiled, because it kind of made me feel sort of, at peace to know that she still cared to that degree. I just figured she missed me and nothing else. After I finished restoring all the things that were deleted, because, she deleted everything on the accounts, I noticed another thing, but this wasn't so wholesome. It was a little creepy. Every video that I had sent to that account that I found funny or anything like that, she sent to her main account. I ignored it, when in all reality, that was a big mistake. That should have been my sign to change all my passwords, but I didn't. I let my ignorance get the absolute best of me in that moment, and I'm not really sure why. Later that day, I was on the phone with a girl who made me feel very special at the time. I was explaining the situation out to her, and she protected me. She cussed out my ex, called her a piece of shit for even just trying to hurt me, because I could tell that's what her intentions were. This whole situation with my ex will be a story in its fucking self. I promise to tell it in full degree in the future. But after that, my ex had messaged me personally, saying all kinds of shit, trying to hurt me again. And thankfully, like I mentioned before, I had that girl who was comforting me. And just having someone again felt really nice. But as you could hear from my vocals, it didn't go well. We'll touch on that later in the video. But afterwards, I blocked my ex, and I thought that would be the end of it. The next day came, and I told a lot of people about the situation, and one of those people I told was my brother. We laughed and joked about it, but he warned me. He told me that I should change my passwords, and at that moment is when I realized all my passwords to all my accounts were the same thing. I checked my Snapchat to see if anything was gone, if I was locked out or anything of the sort. Nothing. I checked my Instagram. Nothing. But there was another requested message from who else do you think? My ex. She simply said, check your YouTube. And I saw one of the most heartbreaking things I've seen. This girl went through the effort of deleting every video I posted. All my effort gone down the drain. While a lot of these videos were recoverable, I didn't. For one simple reason. This gave me an opportunity to rebuild my channel as a whole. rebuild my character. And that's what I'm going to do. Or so I planned. Well, turns out that was a couple months ago. And the reason why I haven't posted in so long is some more shit collapsed on top of this. Some of you might be wondering, what happened to that girl that I mentioned? The one who was more or less protecting me during this whole situation. The one who was comforting me through all this bullshit. Well, turns out this girl had actually been in a relationship with someone else at the time. And that wouldn't have been an issue if we weren't together. This was kind of my breaking point, and it's kind of why I haven't been here. But now, after a good while, I'm back. There's one centralized moral, and that is what I'm here to tell you today. Every human being on this world has urges. Some people cannot control their hatred. Some people can't control the people they love. Regardless, it should never become a point where your urges control you. If you're not able to control your urges, they'll control you. I love you, Waffles, and I'm hoping that I see you soon. I'm hoping that my next video comes out pretty soon, but school is starting up, so we'll see. We'll see where we go. But this is my comeback. I love you, beautiful Waffles. I'll see you soon. Peace.